Hey plant fam! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jacqueline. This is my jungle. It's a little bit of a mess, but today I have a very exciting video for you guys. I don't know if I've ever really done a collaboration like on my channel. I've done other collaborations with other people on their channels. I have a whole entire playlist. If you want, I'll link it for you up here to see what I've done on other people's channels if you're into that. So today I'm doing a collaboration with Svetlana from Firefly in the Room. So I'm going to leave her information down there. I've got 10 questions. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt, but with my own plants. So I've got 10 questions and I'm going to answer them with plants, and then she's going to take over and answer the same questions with her plants. And then if you head over to her channel, or if you came over here from her channel, hi, thank you for coming. We did the same video over there, but in a big box store. So kind of a similar concept, but different plants. Okay. Anyway, so let's get started, right? Sometimes I tend to ramble and then it takes forever to get the video started. So let's just get started. My hair is still a little bit wet, but it's fine. Sorry about that. You guys fell, so I had to fix the frame. Anyway, handy dandy notebook, with cute little cacti on it. And the first question on my list is my most expensive plants in my collection. So this can mean one of two things. It can mean the plant in my collection that has the most value, or the plant that I spent the most money on. So I don't exactly know the value of all of my plants, especially some of my less common philodendrons and things like that. So what I do know are Hoyas. And I recently bought a wishlist Hoya and I spent about $100 on 2 little leaves, which is the most money I've ever spent on a small plant. This is the Hoya H074 Silver. The leaves are a little curly, so it's kind of hard to see, but we have good light today, so hopefully it stays consistent and you can see this nice and clear. Love this plant. Bought it as a 2-leaf rooted cutting, so that's about $50 a leaf. So yeah, that's probably as much as I've ever spent on a leaf. And I have another Hoya Carnosa Wilbur Graves leaf, one single leaf that I paid $50 for, but I didn't want to take that one out of the terrarium. So I feel like this one is kind of the same. So before this, I had only ever spent $100 is the most I've spent, maybe like $120 at this point. I think this one might have been $120 actually, now that I think about it. The Hoya Ganang, I don't know how you're supposed to say it, but yeah, that one was a pretty penny too, but it's got 3 leaves. I don't know. You know what, guys? This one just stuck out to me, so this is the one that I chose for this video. So this one is from Lush Plant Life on Etsy. I have a video where I'm unboxing that. I can link it for you here if you want to see that. So number 2, not 4, 2, I always do that, on the list is my least expensive plant. So the easy way to go with this one would be one that was gifted to me. I wanted to pick a plant that I actually paid for, and I paid $378. I don't know if you could see it because it's so bright. $378, and my hair's on it. Story of my life. It only has one little variegated leaf left on it. There's some hints of irrigation in some of these other ones, but I put it in some brighter light in hopes that it'll give me more leaves like this. So I wasn't mad about finding this one. I think in like a Lowe's or a Home Depot somewhere. It looked a lot cuter when I bought it, but it's okay. It's fine. Everything is fine. We're figuring it out, girl. We're figuring it out. So that one was less than $4, probably $4 with tax. So number 3 on the list is my oldest plant in my collection. So this one was tough to think of because I have a lot of plants and I've had a lot of plants for a long time, like a lot of my snake plants that I have back here I've had for forever. I've had this neon pothos for well over 2 years from the beginning of my plant journey. I've had a lot of these Hoyas hanging in the windows for a really long time, but one of my oldest plants that I can remember, like one of the first plants I remember buying, is this one right here. Let me grab it. It's just like hanging. It's probably so sad looking. Oh my god, there's cat hair everywhere. This Dracaena, that looks sad because I neglected it thinking it was gonna die. And it never died. So I've had this thing for like a long time, like almost 3 years. So if you're looking for a plant that you can't kill, like, it's definitely not the happiest plant in the world. It's got some like damaged leaves that I just snipped the edges off. I don't really care, but they get brown. This plant doesn't love me, but it also won't die. So this is definitely one of my oldest plants that is still alive. So if you couldn't guess, number 4 on the list is my newest plant in my collection. So I did just get some Hoya mail and I didn't unbox it with you guys, so I wanted to show you one of each from each package, if that makes sense. So I got this Hoya David's Green Cup cutting from Black Cat Gardener Shop on Instagram. You guys have seen me open lots of mail from her. I threw it in a little cup of moss and into this like used yogurt container. Isn't it cute? I don't eat yogurt, I'm vegan, but a coworker had it and I was like, oh my god, it's ceramic. It's so cute. So she's gonna save me a few more. This was like a holiday themed one, but I thought it was really cute for my little baby Hoyas, and it is. It fits the cups like perfectly almost. So Hoya David's Green Cup. I got this from Black Cat Gardener Shop. It's an unrooted little leaf cutting, but you guys know I love Hoyas. And then I got this Hoya Weymanii cutting. And this little, I literally just opened it yesterday, so I haven't moved it into like perlite or anything, from Ashley's Planties on Instagram. So these are 2 of my go-to Instagram Hoya people that I buy from. So if you're looking for some affordable Hoya cuttings, definitely recommend both of them. Oh, this is a fun one. Number 5 on the list is the plant that's struggling the most right now, and this one's depressing because it was one of my favorites. It's my Alocasia Black Velvet. So she's clearly kind of dead. I might have to get in here. Oh no, I see a new growth point actually. I think there's a little corm down here that's popping off something new. You probably can't see it, but it's like right here. You see it? A little nubby. So it might not be a bad plan to get in there and see what's going on and see if I can just regrow this. They're super common right now though, so I can always replace it. It's just sad. I didn't water it enough. I usually keep my alocasias in my greenhouse, and this one I was like, oh, let me put it out here because it's so pretty. And then like within 2 weeks it looked like this. We're gonna try self-watering pots for these soon and see how that goes, because I don't want them all to be in the greenhouse. I love being able to see my alocasias. So that is the one that's struggling the most right now. I don't know if it's that surprising that it's an alocasia, but the one that's thriving right now in the middle of winter might be a little bit surprising, and that is number 6 on our list, by the way. And that would be my Ficus Taneki. I was gonna say Hoya for a second. This is not a Hoya, but I'd be okay with it if it was variegated like this on a Hoya. I love these leaves. Love this variegation. There's 2 plants in here, and they've both got a new growth point. So there's a new growth point on that one, a new growth point on that one. This is a new leaf, you can tell because it's still a little pink. And this one is the newest leaf on here. You can kind of sort of tell it's still got a pink, little hint of pink to it. So for those of you who don't know, this is one of my favorite plants in my collection, period. And I absolutely love that she thrives this time of year because the window that I have her in is southwest facing. So in the winter time, there's a tree out there and all the leaves fall off of the tree. So, and the sun is a little bit lower in the sky. So it actually gets more light in the winter than it does any other time of year. And my ficus that I have in that window literally thrive this time of year because of the light situation in the window. I need to rotate her. You can tell I have her facing the window this way. But one of my favorite plants, and definitely one that is thriving right now, along with many others, but of course this is the one that I wanted to highlight for you today. The next one is fun because it's the plant that I regret buying. And as much as I try to not regret buying plants, the only reason why I regret buying this one, and I'm talking about my Monstera deliciosa over here. I don't even want to pick it up. It's huge. It's huge. And that's why. It takes up so much space that I don't know what to do with it. It's very leggy. It's not getting enough sun where it is, and I just don't want it anymore. So I've mentioned this in another video. I'm going to be chopping it up. So if you guys are looking for Monstera deliciosa for any reason, or you just want like a baby one, I'm probably going to be chopping this down into like nodes and stuff and growing little baby deliciosas to just kind of either give away with purchases through Etsy if you like spend a certain amount, or like for really, really cheap. Basically just pay for shipping and handling and all that. So yeah, Monstera deliciosa. Ooh, I just punched my neon in the face. I don't necessarily regret buying it because I was happy with it when I bought it, but now I'm just like, it takes up so much space and it's not happy and I don't know what to do with it. So if I could go back in time, I would probably just wait, and I would rather get like a variegated one now if it's gonna take up all of this space. So I'm gonna keep a small cutting of it and bring it to my new space when I move, but otherwise I can't with that plant. I can't. It's too much. Next on the list is a plant that I rescued. So I've rescued many plants over the years, but my most recent rescue mission was this one here. This is the Syndapsis Silver Splash, and I rescued this from a local nursery. It was really cold in their greenhouse, and this plant just wasn't doing well. It had a lot of yellowing leaves. A lot of the leaves were coming out like kind of deformed and strange like this, probably because of the lack of humidity or the cold temperatures. I honestly don't know, but I did recently just chop and prop this. I can link that video if you guys want to watch it. And yeah, it should be bouncing back and be happy. I mean, it wasn't like a crazy rescue mission or anything like that, but it was definitely a rescue plant that I didn't intend to buy, but I just felt really bad for it. So we're rehabbing this babe, and she's just gonna be a mother plant for cuttings. So, because I have another one that's like big and trailing, so I don't need two, that's for sure. But I couldn't not rescue this babe. I felt really, really bad for her, just hanging out there all alone in the greenhouse. So cold. So this is the most recent plant that I have rescued, but like I said, I've rescued many, many, many plants in my day. And I try not to too much anymore because I just really don't have the room or the energy unless it's a good plant, like the Alocasia stingray that I picked up recently at a grocery store that didn't really have any happy leaves on it. That one's at my boyfriend's house, but I can put a picture up on the screen if you want to see it. It is doing much better. It's got a new leaf and it seems to be okay. So we've rescued that one recently too, but this is the one I have. So this is the one we're going to talk about. Number 9 on the list is my biggest plant, and this is kind of a tie between a bunch of different plants. Like I showed you, my neon is pretty big. I also have a marble queen pothos over there that's growing up, a plank that's getting pretty big, but, oh, and I have a big begonia over here, but she's a pain in the butt to take down. I probably should though, because I need to water her. The other plant I wanted to talk about though for this video that's not necessarily big, but like it takes up a lot of space and it can get really big, is my alocasia friedeck. Look at this thing. It's like, it grows crazy. Like, what are you even doing? What are you even doing? But I love it. Absolutely love this plant. So, not mad about it at all. She can take up all the space she wants to, and I will be perfectly okay with that. So, hopefully she'll be even bigger one day, but I wanted to showcase this one as one of my biggest plants, because there's quite a few of them, but this is big in a different way. So whatever, this is one I felt like showing you. Okay, last on the list, number 10, is my smallest plant. So I do have lots of like little baby cacti and succulents, but the one that I wanted to show you today is really cute because I grew it from a little node, and it's just like this little baby leafy melanochrysum. So I couldn't help myself. I had to show off these cute little nodes growing these cute little leaves, and there's 4 in here so far. Only 2 of them have started growing, but the other 2 are rooted, or no, 1 is rooted. This one looks like it's just rotting, but that's fine. These they're just cute. Don't mind this cup says it says that on it. That's what came in it. But yeah, little baby melanochrysum. I know it looks like a Micans right now, but you can kind of tell that the leaves are a little bit different. I don't know, they're super cute. And this is the smallest plant in my collection at the moment, and that's number 10 on the list. So that is it for this my portion of the video. Anyway, I tried to keep it short and sweet, but I'm not very good at that. So I'm actually going to hand it over to Svetlana now, and I hope that you guys enjoy listening and seeing all of the plants that she chose for these questions. So I will see you guys back here in a little bit. Enjoy!
Hello plant fam, my name is Svetlana. I'm actually really excited to be a part of this video. I'm really excited to work with Jacqueline, and I'm pretty sure you will enjoy this video a lot. So go ahead and hit that like already, because just do it. Just do it. Why in the world not? Just do it, okay? Hi Jacqueline, I'm excited. I have so many plants prepared to show today. So without further ado, let's start from the plant number 1, and that is most expensive plant, right? And my most expensive plant, okay, you don't see it. My most expensive plant is this one that you don't see in the frame a lot. It's like, okay, it's big. So this is my philodendron fuzzy petiole. I'm actually such a proud owner of this plant because I would never believe in my dreams that I will buy one like this, but I actually got a really good deal on it. I think I paid around 35 euros, so it's under 40 bucks. I think it's like the greatest deal ever. And just look at all of those leaves. I already bought it like this. This is the new leaf that is growing in my care, so I'm really excited about that one. But also, oh, are you flipping kidding me? Are you flipping kidding me, right Jacqueline? Oh my gosh. Alright, plant number 2 actually was the most difficult one because I have so many free plants, and when I needed to find the cheapest plant, does free plant count or not? I'm not sure, so I actually picked up the one that I had to pay a little bit money for, and that is an avocado. So actually this is my experiment that I work on for I think 3 months right now, and this is a plant that I grew from the avocado seed. I bought an avocado for about €1, so it's like $1.50, right? And I started to grow it and experiment with it, making knots around it and propagating it and just all of that business. So if I would need to choose the cheapest plant but not the free one, that would be the one, because it it was really cheap, and I think I love it, you know? I love experimenting, so pretty cute one, right? Right? Please say yes. Please say yes, okay? Alright, the oldest plant. Well, I will struggle with this one. I actually already poked myself so hard and yet to pick up spikes from my fingers, but my oldest plant in my whole collection is a cactus that you can see over here. Let me pick it up. Oh. It's actually really jiggly and you won't see it in the whole frame. It's actually pretty long. And okay, it's stable. Whew. Okay, so this is a cactus that I got from a grocery store with my mom when I was still living in another city, and it's maybe 15 years old, I would say. And it's my pride and joy actually. When we had to leave it with my grandma because it was too big to move in a car, I was so devastated because I loved it so much. It's just a huge desert vibes, isn't it? So I love it so much, and when I had the chance to bring it back home, I was over the moon, you know? You can see it. Oh my gosh, it's such a centerpiece. I actually have it in my back, in my background of my videos, and it's just cool, right? It's cool. Let me put it back. It's heavy. I'm really afraid it could break because it's so old. I actually haven't repotted it in maybe 10 years, so we need to work on that. So yeah, this is my oldest plant in the whole collection. And my newest plant in the whole collection is actually about 1 week old. And it's this cute variegated Epipremnum pinnatum cutting that I actually won by accident, and I have a full video about it, so, you know, shameless, how you say it, shameless tag? Huh? Is it shameless tag? I hope it is. So yeah, so I won this in one of the local houseplant stores, and I was so happy about it. I was freaking out. It has so many fenestrations, new leaf on the way, which is actually dying, which is a little bit sad, but that's okay. So yeah, this is my newest plant. Really happy about it. Still don't have any roots on it, so a little bit worried, but there it is. Love it. Alright, let's chat about the plant that I struggle with the most, and unfortunately it's actually a present, so I feel twice more guilty about it. And it's this cute Hoya linearis. I actually received it from a fan mail. Should we call it fan mail? I don't know. One person sent me it, and I was so happy to receive it. I actually cannot wait to grow it a little bit bigger and find a head-shaped pot, like for example this one, and plant it in and, you know, have this whole hairstyle going on. But as for now, I'm really struggling with it. As you can tell, I am losing some pieces. I mean, not like a leaf or so, but whole branches are just dying off on me, and a lot of my subscribers told me to maybe try to water it a little bit more often. As you can tell, the soil is actually pretty wet, but still struggling. Oh my gosh, just leaves are just flying off. Are you flipping kidding me? Yeah, really struggling, as you can tell. Oh, okay. But one that is thriving the most actually really surprised me because it's alocasia. Can you believe that alocasia can be the one that is thriving in winter months? Like, what the heck? So my most thriving plant is actually also one of my recent purchases, and I bought it about 3 weeks ago, I think. And it's already pushing out a new leaf, and it's massive, and I'm in love with it. I'm not sure if it will fit in the frame, but I'm talking about my alocasia zebrina. It's not a big pot in here, right? But the plant itself is like crazy. First of all, look at those cool looking branches. Stems? I think stems, not branches, right? So beautiful, so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, right? Oh my gosh, so beautiful. And look at it. It's already pushing a new leaf in my care, in my home during winter and heating season. Huh! Amazing, amazing. I'm really happy about it. I'm trying not to knock off anything. Such a cool looking plant. It was on my wish list for a couple years at least, and I was always like, it's alocasia. I won't be able to keep it alive. But here we are, people. Never say never. Oh, I definitely wanted to see something else, but okay. Okay, plant I actually regret buying is an orchid, and it's a Paphiopedilum orchid. And I bought it from, once again, big box store. I'm not sure the whole variety, but it has a beautiful yellow bloom, and when it was blooming, the bloom just stunned me. I was so happy that I found it, you know, in the big box store. Especially I was so into it. I bought it like in 10 seconds, right, without a second thought about it. But right now, since it's overbloomed, it just like, you know, simple leaves like so. Even though, you know, those leaves have some character, I love that they have those beautiful dots and that beautiful line, right? It's like not the worst, but at the same time I'm just not loving it, you know. So I actually tried to sell it, but nobody wanted it, so it's still in my care. But who knows, maybe it will hear that I'm mad that it's not blooming anymore and, you know, do something about it, because so yeah, plant I kind of regret buying. So this question actually was the biggest mind-blowing, I don't know what to say. Actually, I need to share right now a plant that I rescued, right? And it would be like, it's easy, right? But it's actually not, because I have at least 25 plants that I rescued, and I mean, I do it for my pleasure a lot, you know. Especially, I actually have the whole playlist on my channel where I share all of the videos with rescued plants, with craziest stories. I actually rescued a couple huge 2 meters palm from dumpsters. I actually rescue a lot of plants from dumpsters, so once again, shameless plug. But if I would need to pick one, probably that would be that Ficus elastica variegata. This is the plant that my mom saw next to her garbage containers, and she called me immediately, and I was like, I'm coming, just keep an eye on it so nobody else will take it. And she did, and I rescued it, and it was like the whole shebang. I loved it. And since we were talking about this space, this is actually the space where I keep my all largest plant. And once again, this is the spot that I need to share my largest plant, but I have 3 plants, actually maybe 5, that are pretty same size. So let me just show them. They're actually just next to each other, and all of them are actually rescued. So this Dracaena marginata is the one that I cut off. It actually was so much more taller, yeah, definitely taller, not higher. So this is number 1. This is Pastura aquatica that I also rescued, and I once again cut off all of the branches so it would be a little bit more compact. And that one is also rescued, but also pretty big one. And also this philodendron, I mean, ooh, wait, you're falling. Oh my gosh, you're falling. So honestly, I love large plants, and I never hide it. So if I would need to choose from bigger or smaller, hands down bigger. Okay, and the last one is the smallest plant in my collection. And once again, it was a little bit difficult because I have like a bunch of small teeny tiny cacti. But I thought I would share the fun one. So this is my Velfin Sansevieria aka Dracaena, right? And it's actually pregnant. Look at this teeny tiny baby it shared. I mean, whole plant itself isn't big one, right? It's just like the tiniest Velfin Sansevieria you probably saw in your entire life, right? And look at it. It just pushed out a new leaf. Like, what the heck is going on? Obviously, I'm really happy about it, but same. Like, wow. Did I say it same? I mean, still. Yeah, actually really in love with this plant. So cute. I actually got it for free when I attended one of the houseplant stores openings here in Vilnius. So also pretty cool story. But anywho, smallest plant. And that's it. That's it what I wanted to show for you today. Jacqueline and Jacqueline Public Fam, you know, Public Fam is... If you haven't noticed yet, English isn't my first language, it's actually my third, so thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm pretty sure you enjoyed this video, right? Because I can bet Jacqueline had even more cooler plans than I did, so this whole video was like chef kiss, wasn't it? Jacqueline, thank you so much for having me on this video. I had a blast. It was actually so interesting to go through my collection and find, you know, the biggest, the smallest, the cheapest, and stuff like that. It was awesome. And guys, let's chat in the comments under Jacqueline's video. What do you think about our choices? Were they so different or were they not? Because I still have no idea. And thank you so much for watching, and I will stop mumbling now. So yeah, thanks. Bye.
Hey fam, so that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did and you want to see more collaborations on this channel with me and other plant YouTubers, let me know in the comments below who you want to see me do a video with, and I mean, we can ask and see what happens. And if you want to see more, definitely let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. If you like what you see here, definitely subscribe if you aren't already. It helps me out a lot, and that is the best way to make sure that you're going to be seeing my videos come up on your feed. Hit the notification bell if you want to make sure that you don't miss anything. Your phone will let you know every time I upload. Don't forget to subscribe to Svetlana's channel as well if you haven't already. I will have her linked up here as well as in the description box down below. I'll probably have it in the comments somewhere too, pinned to the top, so there's going to be lots of places for you to click. No excuse. Go check her out. Her videos are very fun and relaxing to watch. And I'm gonna stop rambling now. I appreciate you, fam, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye!